Hey Chris, welcome back. How are you?
I'm very good.
Good to see you.
Okay, we'll start off with Keith Downey, Sky Sports.
How proud are you with that performance, given the amount of changes you made, the guys in your team there who haven't played for a long time to come here and play so handsomely?
Yeah, it's a massive performance from the players. I can't credit them enough, really. Some great stories, I think, in the game, to come out of the game from our perspective. Only Matt Targett's the negative. That was a huge blow for us really early in the game, but even more credit to the players then for the response after that moment. And some giant performances from the players.
More so than your two centre-backs. Obviously, Paul Dummett got a lot of plaudits for the performance against Man City, coming in from the cold. Emil Krafth's turn this time.
Yeah, I mean, what a story really for both of them. I mean, Emil, 14 months out, playing in a position that he hasn't played in an awful lot. I thought he was superb tonight. He used the ball really well. I thought his athleticism was key, looked comfortable, and together with Paul, I thought they defended really, really well against top quality players as well. So it certainly wasn't an easy game for us.
You were asked a question at the news conference yesterday about Newcastle's record. You're only one win in 1972, no wins in the last 10 years, and I think for you as well, personally, I've never won here, so a few records broken this evening.
Yeah, I personally have always found it a difficult ground, and Newcastle the same in recent times. So again, another thing to be really proud of and really pleased with the commitment shown by everybody, not just the starting 11. It was a real squad effort today. But we scored some great goals too. I thought the quality of the goals was a real highlight for us, and our defending all through the game was of the highest level.
Okay, Jordan Cronin, then Craig Pope.
Just a word by your two full-backs, obviously your 6 plus 2 and the goal, but it was just how pleased are you for them because of that a long time to obviously get an opportunity.
Yeah, I thought they both played really, really well today. I thought they both showed their qualities. Lewis was very composed on the ball under pressure and played some lovely passes in the first half, capped off with his goal, which was an unbelievable strike. And yeah, Tino's probably standout moment was the assist for the goal, but his all-round performance again was at the highest level. So they're two outstanding prospects for us.
Was that Joelinton back to his best today? You mentioned that sort of frustrating start of the season, stop-start, was that his best?
Yeah, possibly. I think he's had a period of time out and he's just finding his rhythm again, his best rhythm. He's such an important player for us. He was due to start wide today, and then with Matt's injury he came inside, and yeah, he performed really well.
Lee Ryder at the back. Sorry, Craig and Lee. Back.
Eddie, did Lewis and Tino show today why they can make an impact now, why they're ready to impact on this season as young as they are?
Yeah, of course. They were signed to push the group, to help our squad, to help our team. You need good players, and they are both very, very good players. Now, the form of Kieran and Dan has been really strong as well, so it's that competition that will bring out the best in everybody. But they're very important players for the here and now.
And we're on Joe Willock as well.
Yeah, I thought Joe was outstanding today. I think he's a goal-scoring midfielder. He's got those athletic qualities that we need. You can see how many times he ran forward today. He was a real threat in the game, took his goal brilliantly, which was a big moment in the match. We needed that third goal, so delighted with Joe.
Lee Ryder.
Eddie, you've obviously been at the club a while now and got time to understand that there is a bit of rivalry between Man Utd and Newcastle for what happened in the 90s. You know, Keegan the other day, I mean, how pleased were you to be able to give the fans that big moment here?
Well, it means everything to us, and hopefully it means everything to them. You could see the reaction at the end, you know, how big it was and the connection between us and the supporters. I think they knew today that we were in a tough moment. We were making changes to the team. We've got a lot of injuries. But that sometimes can elevate your unity, and that for me was so important that we did, because if we didn't have that aspect to our game today, we would have found it very difficult. Players like Matt Ritchie again highlight that unity really, and his performance today was again of the highest level.
At half time we've been here before when we was 2-0 and kind of went into a bit of a defensive mentality in fear of losing it. Did you tell them to obviously keep going?
The message at half time is to be positive and to be brave and continue to do the things that had brought us success in the first half. I think I've seen many games like you have here where the Manchester United crowd win them the game late in the match, and we were determined to try and still be positive and play our normal game.
Okay, just down the front.
Just on Targett, have you got any idea? It looked quite serious when it was coming on.
Yeah, I've got no idea why it happened or how it happened really. I mean, it's bizarre. It's early in the game. He's obviously not fatigued at that moment. He stretched his leg up to tackle, and Yeah, he's instantly. In the minute he hit the ground, he was waving to us on the side. I knew it was in trouble. Looks like a hamstring, which would be a huge blow.
I mean, obviously there's degrees of hamstring, but that did look quite serious.
Yeah, I mean, the only hope for me that it wasn't really running at the time. Sometimes they're the worst ones when you're in an explosive action, but it's still, he was in pain and he's struggling to walk now, so it doesn't look good.
Chris Wolf.
Eddie, you said before the game that you had to deliberate a lot about the team you're going to select because of how stretched your squad is. I mean, in terms of in your career so far, how difficult was the team selection for tonight, given everything else that's going on and given how stretched your squad is right now?
Yeah, I think we debated it probably for a couple of days, but we kept reverting back to the sort of the same end point, which means that it's pretty clear on what we needed to do. We needed to try and rest players, but also we needed to not have our players not do anything for a week either. So almost shutting a player down for a week isn't a good idea, and they've got to then elevate their physical level again on the Saturday. So it was a mix. We wanted to give some players some minutes, but shortened minutes. And some of the subs were preset before the game, like Anthony Gordon, Joe Willock. We needed to get them off the pitch. So, yeah, it's going to be a key thing for us, managing minutes and trying to keep the squad as strong as possible.
I mean, you're in the quarterfinals of this competition now. You got the final last season. You've obviously got the Champions League and other things to consider. But how much ambition do you have to try and actually go one further?
Well, we're determined to try and do well in every game, and I think that's genuinely internally that's how we're looking at it. So we prepared as well as we could for today, and we picked the team that we felt could win, and now we're trying to do the same for Arsenal, and it's doing that on a consistent basis. We are determined to try and achieve.
Okay, Dominic, then across to Joe. Dominic.
In his programme that was tonight, Erik talked about how pleased he was with Manchester United's game management in the final last year. How pleasing was that aspect for you tonight?
Yeah, I don't think we had to manage, the game in any way, really. I think we were determined not to alter our approach, as I said, at half-time. So sometimes if you go into that phase of play, you can lose all rhythm in your performance. So we didn't want to do that. We felt we were okay as we were, and better when we're positive. I've always felt that way. I don't like to see us protect leads or do something that goes against our natural instincts.
Joe.
You've now had 14 different scorers this season. How important is that for you, that you're not already relying on Callum Wilson or Isaac to get the goals, especially considering their respective injury records?
Yeah, I think that's the aim. I think you want goals from every department of the team. Today we had different goal scorers. Great to see different threats as well. Different types of goals. So I thought we looked a threat in the game, although we didn't have an abundance of goal-mouth action. We looked a threat every time we broke forward. And good speed in the team tonight. That's hugely important away from home as well. So really pleased.
Kieran, to finish.
Attacking subs over 3-0. Well, in a weird way, do you feel like you could have won this game by even more goals?
No, as I said earlier, that the intention was to give minutes to players to use almost as their training session for this week, because as I say, shutting a player down, it might seem like a great idea, let's shut him down and let him do nothing before the next game, but that's a recipe for disaster as well. So we wanted to bring the whole squad who was fit, and we did that, and it was about trying to get them minutes.
Can I say anything to you at full time?
No.
Okay, thank you everybody.
Thank you. Thanks very much.